going to read that. She's just going to read the nomination.
Wow. That's so crazy.
For what?
Hi. How are you?
Hi.
And I'm here for the Nurse Alliance to let you know that you were chosen as the Daisy Nurse of the Month. So I'm going to tell you a little bit what the Daisy Foundation is all about and what the Daisy Award is all about. So the Daisy Foundation was formed by the family of Patrick Barnes, who died at the age of 33 from complications of ITP. And DAISY stands for this: diseases attacking the immune system. And the foundation's goals are this: to fund research to improve and ultimately cure ITP and related illnesses, to assist and inform people with ITP, to encourage bone marrow and blood drives, since the treatment of ITP can require massive amounts of these. But the program that is nearest and dearest to them is this. For the 8 weeks that Pat was sick, his family saw for the first time the kind of work that nurses do and the kind of people that nurses are, and they were awestruck. The skill and compassion they experienced firsthand seemed to them truly amazing. They came to believe that nurses are the unsung heroes of our society, and they decided to find a way to say thanks for what you do, and this is how DAISY was begun. You should know that this recognition is actually a recognition and honor from your peers and management. They are the ones that know what you do every day. It's important that our nurses know that their work is highly valued, and the Nurse Award, DAISY Award, provides us a way to do this. Nominations are submitted for DAISY online, the Get Well Network, and on the internet. A special committee then votes on these blinded nominations monthly, and a winner is chosen, and you are the winner. So I'm going to read to you your award. It says the DAISY Award for Extraordinary Nurses. This award is presented to Bonnie Rabb in deep appreciation of all you do, who you are, and the incredibly meaningful difference you make in the lives of so many people. And then we have a bunch of other good things. I love this award. It's so fun. So
turn that around and we'll get a picture part with that for our scrapbook.
Yeah, we definitely will.
We're so proud of you.
Yes. We're not done yet. So then we're going to give you, actually come over here with me, because we'll just stand here and give you all your goodies. So next you're going to get a pin. And this pin is that you can wear to remember that you've been nominated as a DAISY nurse and encourage you and others to continue the amazing work that you would do on a daily basis. And this I absolutely love. I'm going to take out that. This is the Healer's Touch sculpture, and I will tell you a little bit about that. These serpentine stone sculptures are hand carved for us by the artists of the Shinoa tribe in Zimbabwe. These sculptures are especially meaningful because of the profound respect the Shinoa people try and have for their traditional healers. Shinoa healers are affectionately regarded as treasures by those they care for, and the well-being and safety of the healer is of community-wide importance. And this describes exactly how DAISY feels about their nurses. And DAISY's purchase of these sculptures has become very important to the people who carve these beautiful sculptures and pieces. Given the desperate political situation in Zimbabwe, there are no tourists to buy their work. So the money DAISY sends to Zimbabwe to help pay for these sculptures is a tremendous help to the artists and their families. Their letters of gratitude for this support are heartfelt and heartbreaking. We know now that we will eat and keep our children in school and be able to gain a little strength for each one of them, sent when they received a payment from us. Well, actually the DAISY Foundation. The full letter is included in your DAISY bag. What this said to us is that the incredible work being done by our nurses here in the U.S. is reaching around to the world and helping to save lives of these gifted artists. These artists, in turn, are creating these sensitive depictions of the unique relationship nurses have with their patients. The other thing you're going to get is a banner. You're going to get to keep this in your unit for the next month. So we'll hang it up somewhere nice. We'll put your nomination there and your picture in there. So that'll be nice. The other thing you get to do is quarterly lunches with Marilyn and the chair-elect. And that's going to be next on July 29th. So that's your invitation. Let me know if you'll be able to attend, and I'm sure we can try to get you over to Wycliffe for that little half-hour.
We'll make sure she gets there.
The other thing you get is a bunch of goodies. This is like the fun part. So Kleenex actually gives Kleenex because we know that nurses and their patients sometimes cry. And Cinnabon, this is, we don't have a local Cinnabon, so you get a coupon in case you're traveling. You can get yourself 2 dozen coupons, dozen of the Cinnabons. But I'm going to tell you about the story about why DAISY is sponsored by Cinnabon. Since every nurse who receives the DAISY Award reminds us that his or her entire team is very deserving of recognition, and that it takes a team to provide great care to our patients. All of the nurses and the staff and the recipients are treated to Cinnabon. And the reason, when we bought, or Patrick and then brought a Cinnabon for Pat to eat when he was in the hospital, he requested one the very next day and asked that we bring enough for all of the nurses in the unit. So whenever you enjoy a cinnamon roll, if you ever find a Cinnabon, or savor that incredible cinnamon aroma, take time to remind yourself what truly special people you are. And since we don't have a Cinnabon, we get a jar of cinnamon from Cinnabon, so you can put that in your French toast or your coffee to remember it. And then Saffron actually donates 2 dozen cinnamon rolls, so you've got a bunch to share with everybody. And then our Daisy program for MUSC is actually sponsored by Hillrom. And here's Karen to let her share a few words from her.
Oh, I just really want to congratulate you and just say what a fabulous job you're doing. So, and a little chocolate bed for your eating pleasure.
So cute. And you'll be proud to know I did OB for 17 years and we used your Hillrom beds for labor and delivery.
So then the other thing you get is I'll have you fill out some questionnaires. Your name goes into the Post and Courier. Typically it comes out in the Tuesday community happenings. I don't ever know exactly when. I ask that Mike will tell me. If I find out, I'll give you that date. Okay. But look in that communities happenings. Yeah, I'll go back and say. Yeah. The other thing you're going to get to do is we'll get some photos. We'll have that go on the LCD outside the cafeteria. It'll go on the Catalyst. It'll go on the Catalyst intranet, the Daisy site for us as well. So we'll get a couple good photos. So first we're going to need...
Did you want me to read this?
Yeah. Oh, golly jeepers. How did I miss the nomination? That's the best part. Please read the nomination.
Okay, now Johnny, you need to come up here for this. Jonna actually wrote it, but she's unable to read it.
I always cry. You got me crying on the African tribe.
Last week, a distraught mother showed up at the RT1 Children's Specialty Clinics with her 14-year-old son. Our registration staff recognized the urgency and called the nurses station. Bonnie Rabb, RN, took the call and went into action. Mom had been taking her son to a psychiatric appointment at another MUSC area. They were late and they were turned away. Mom was frantic and didn't know what to do. They had been seen previously at our pediatric neurology clinic, so she came here. Bonnie discovered that the patient had been sending his mother text messages with suicidal themes. He has a seizure disorder and was being called Seizure Boy at school. He was depressed, suicidal, and asking for help. Bonnie demonstrated such compassion and great customer service. She took them to the cafeteria and bought them lunch, then got the patient set up with a movie while she talked with Mom. She paged the MLP and gave him an update and got instructions to get them to the PEDS ER, then called report and transportation. She took them under her wing and didn't stop until the family had been well taken care of. The frightened mother didn't feel so alone after being cared for so completely. Bonnie went the extra mile with her extraordinary kindness at a time of crisis in this patient's and his mother's life. She cared for this family as if they were her own, and on this very day, she really was family to them. So, thank you.
That does make you cry.
So then we'll get some photos. We need one of you with the team. So we'll do the team photo first. We like to have the banner in the photo.
Yep.
So
guys, you have to get in the picture.
Come on, RT1.
maybe if we do it kind of in here, that'll work. We can have the banner out. And you're going to stand in front of the banner.
Ahead of time so you can have
You
it
guys
there.
should have fun.
Yes, you're official. Yes.